Hi, first graders. We are going to take a practice test over some of the addition and subtraction strategies that you've been learning in this module. So if you have your practice paper that looks like this ready, get that. If you don't, you can always use paper and pencil, just some scrap paper as well. All right, let's get ready and begin. You're going to do the work along with me. So number one, use a picture to complete the place value chart. So on this one, look and see how many blocks there are at the beginning. So how many blocks are in white? 10, 20, 24 blocks are in white, and that number has been given to us. Add right down here, how many more blocks? Did they add tens? Did they add ones? Write that number here. And then how many blocks are there all together? Go ahead and fill in your place value chart with your answer. All right, the next one, we're going to move kind of quickly. That one was a fast one. So if at any time I go too fast, pause the video. You could go back and rewind to slow down. All right, number two, you have choices of different strategies that you can use to solve this number sentence. You can use quick tens, and draw quick tens and quick ones, or you could use a number bond. All right, so the number sentence is 34 plus 4. I'm going to go ahead and draw quick tens to solve this. I'll give you some time to draw quick tens too, unless you're using a number bond. Okay, to draw 34, I would say 34 is 3 tens, 4. So here are my 3 tens, and here are my 4 ones. Okay, and are we adding tens or are we adding ones? That's right, we're adding ones. So go ahead and draw your 4 ones that we're adding. All right, now look at your picture. If you did quick tens, do you have enough to make another group of 10? No, not enough. We only have 8 ones, so go ahead and tell me the whole. Check your answer with mine. All right, next problem. We're going to use pennies and dimes to solve this one. Now the picture isn't the greatest because it's black and white. These two coins and this one here are dimes. This coin here is a penny. So first, look at how much money is in this space here. Write down how many tens and how many ones. Okay, you should have 2 tens and 1 penny. Now look at how many we're adding. Are we adding tens or are we adding ones? Okay, we're adding 1 10 and we're not adding any ones. Okay, now look at how much money do you have all together. You might start by counting your tens first and then adding your ones. Write your total or your whole here. Okay, I got 3 tens and 1 1, so my number is 31. Hey, nice job. Turn the page, and we're going to do a flip so that you're looking at problem number 4. Oops, my marker's running through on this. Sorry about that. I think I'll separate the page for the next one. All right, so number 4 says, Judy is planting seeds in her garden. If Judy plants 5 watermelon seeds and 11 tomato seeds, how many seeds does she plant in her garden? Okay, so she has 2 different kinds of seeds she's planting. She's planting watermelon and she's planting tomato. Look at the information. How much of each is she planting? So go ahead and draw your tape diagram. I know that she has it says 5, so I'm going to make my watermelon rectangle smaller than my tomato seeds rectangle. Okay, and I'm going to label this one watermelon and this one tomato. Go ahead and fill in your tape diagram with the information. Right, and the story problem says she has 5 watermelon seeds. So here are my 5 watermelon seeds, and she has 11 tomato. So your picture should look something like this. All right, now to find the total on a tape diagram, go ahead and bring both of those together and show me the total on the top. Right? When I added them together, I got 16. Check your work with mine. All right, so now we're going to go down here. Sorry for the marker underneath. Tell me what number sentence you could use to solve that answer, to solve the problem. How many seeds she has all together. Write that number sentence on your paper. Yep, and I'm adding my 5 watermelon plus my 11 tomato. And that gave me 16 seeds. So we're going to put that in a statement now. Fill in the sentence. Judy planted blank seeds in her garden. Write your answer there. Yep, she planted 16 seeds. All right, now you're going to go ahead and flip your paper over. I'm going to get mine right here. This time I'm going to use a different color pen so it doesn't show through. And we should be looking at number 7. Okay, now on this problem, we're going to be looking at, remember when we took our hands in group and we put our hands together and we made one group of 10. Okay, this is 1 10. If I unbundle that, I still have 10, but now I have 10 ones. Okay, so we're going to do that. Here's my 1 10. Here's my 10 ones. I still have 10 all together, but it's different in how it looks. So we're going to try to find what we can do to make these two place value charts the same. So what we can do to make to bundle up some 10 to 1, sorry. So if we have 17 ones and 0 10s, how can we write that in another way? If this is tricky for you, you might even get a piece of scrap paper to do that. So if I had some scrap paper, let's turn this over, and I drew 17. Right, now look and see, how many groups of 10 do I have? You could circle it. So on your place value chart, I would have 1 10, and I have still 7 ones left over. Okay, try that for another one. What if we have 1 10 and 13 ones? If you want to, draw that on some scrap paper. Hey, can you make a group of 10? Go ahead and circle your group of 10 that you can make. So now, in your place value chart, how many 10s do we have? Don't forget, oops, I need to draw mine. I forgot to draw my quick 10 right here because this was 1 10 13. So check and make sure yours has that. So now, how many 10s do we have all together? Count the one we had at the beginning and count the one we made. So we have 2 10s, 3. All right, try the last one on your own. 2 10s, 14 ones. So if we make another group of 10, we would have 3 10s, and we'd still have 4 ones left over. All right, number 8. Oop, looks like I forgot to put a number sentence in for number 8. Would you write on your paper 11 plus, let's do 11 plus 22. Right, 11 plus 22. So you can use quick 10s, you could use a number bond, or you could even use the arrow way to solve that. Okay, I'm going to give you some time to try that first. Pause the video if you need more time. All right, here's how I would solve 11 plus 22 using a number bond. I want to start with the bigger number, so I'm going to make my 11 into 1 10 1 1. And then I'm going to start with the biggest number, and I'm going to say 22 plus, here's my 10, equals 32. And then I have to add my 1, so I'm going to say 32 plus 1 more is equal to 33. So if you did it as a number bond, check your work. If you use quick 10s, let's draw 1 10 1 1. And then for 22, I'm going to draw 2 10s and 2 1s. And I don't have enough to make a new group of 10, so I can count up my 10s and count up my 1s, and I would still get 33. Finally, if we were to do the arrow way, we could start at with a bigger number and say 22. We could add our 10 first. That would give us 32. And then we could add our 1. And that would give us 33. So I just showed you 3 different ways, and all 3 times I got 33. All right, number 9, we're going to use the less than, equal to, or greater than sign. Okay, on this one it says 3 tens, and would you write on here 1, 1? Okay, and we're comparing that to 2 tens. So what I'd like you to do right now is just underneath 3 tens, 1, 1, write what the regular number is. And under 2 tens, write what 2 tens is. Okay, now use your greater than or less than symbol. Okay, and it should look like this, because that mouth is going to want to eat 31, right? It's bigger or greater than 20. We would read this as 31 is greater than 20. Okay, and try the same thing on this one. Number 19, 19 ones, and 2 tens, and let's put on here 6 ones. 2 tens, 6 ones. So right underneath that, what is 2 tens, 6 ones? 26. And what's 19 ones the same as? That's right, 19. Still 19. Go ahead and use your greater than, less than, or equal sign. All right, and it should look like this, right? 19 is less than 26. All right, nice work. One more page. Flip it over, and you're looking at number 10. Number 10 says Elliot is collecting baseball cards. He has 13 cards in his collection. If 8 of the baseball cards are the Mets team and all the rest are the Red Sox team, how many baseball cards are the Red Sox? So picture this story problem. He has a bunch of baseball cards, right? Some are the Mets team and some are the Red Sox team. He has 13 cards altogether in his collection. 8 of them were from the Mets. So draw a tape diagram to show how many baseball cards are the Red Sox. All right, and my tape diagram is going to have a bigger rectangle for the Mets. I'm going to put M here for Mets. I know that he has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other side is going to be the Red Sox, but I don't know yet how many those are. I do know my whole. I know my total. Go ahead and you write it on top first. The total is 13. He has 13 cards in his collection. So now we're going to count on. If he has 8, count on until we get to his 13. Does your picture look like mine? All right, so what did we do? What number sentence did we just use to solve that? Maybe you added. Maybe you subtracted. We could say 8 plus 5 equals 13. This 5 is what we had to count on for. Or maybe you started with your 13 and you took 8 away. So maybe you said 13 minus 8 is equal to 5. So now look at this question carefully. We know already he had 13 cards. This question is asking how many are the Red Sox? So point in your tape diagram, where were the Red Sox? And write down here how many he had. All right, nice job on this, boys and girls. Looks like you are ready, and at any time, you can always go back and watch it again, or if there was a problem that was really tricky, maybe your grown-ups can change the numbers and give you another example. All right, nice work at home. Keep up the good work.